What's up, guys? It is Russo and Jordy, Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got some NBA picks for you on this 4-game slate on October 23rd, Thursday. And we're having a blast, man. I mean, like, it's so good to have basketball back. We are going to announce the winner for our giveaway. We do want to just get through this video quick, as fast as we can, because these lines are moving quick on us. So we're going to do that at the end of the video and announce the winner of the Discord raffle from yesterday. Before we break into all of the picks and whatnot, just want to remind you, it is Boosttober on Underdog. So if you haven't signed up for Underdog yet, this is a great time. Up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick when you sign up and use code BACKDOOR. And since it's Boosttober, every single NBA slip that you make, they're going to give you a 20% boost token that you can apply to every slip for the first week of basketball. So definitely take advantage of that. There's a link in the description of the video. But regardless of how you get there, I think if you go through the link, you might not need to even use the code because that's our direct link. But if you use code BACKDOOR, up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. And yeah, it's just popping off over there on Underdog. They've been really killer with the NBA promos, with the NFL promos. They're just taking care of us over there. So yeah, check that out. And then there's an NBA protected play available on Sleeper Picks. I got one for 25. I don't know if that's just like site wide, but I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of that. They're running promos for NBA as well. So if you haven't signed up for Sleeper Picks yet, use code BACKDOORFS and you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. And they're running discounts all the time and deals. It's just, this is the best time of year to be jumping on these new platforms because they're all running promos for NBA. We had that, at the start of NFL as well. So take advantage of those. And let's talk about these plays. We'll keep it moving today. So I'm taking Chet Holmgren over 26.5 PRA, getting this on Prizepicks and Underdog. And then I'm going with Dante DiVincenzo fantasy score. That's my favorite for Dante because I'm getting two different props for him. I know everyone's looking at his rebounds. I'm not touching it. I'll explain why. But I mean, it's a dice roll. Like if you want to throw that in a slip, I'm not saying that's a bad pick, but I'm just saying like I want the fantasy score. I want a little bit more of everything. So 21 fantasy score on Prizepicks, and then give me his points at 11.5. I'll take that all day in this matchup against the Kings on Underdog. And then Derek White. At first, I wasn't going to take this, and then I just kept diving into the statistics and what he did in game one. And so he cashed for us in game one. I'm going to run it back with Derek White, 33.5 fantasy score on Prizepicks, and then I'm taking his points at 16.5 on Underdog. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Bilal Coulibaly for over 18.5 fantasy score on Prizepicks. On Underdog, they don't have the fantasy score, so I'm taking his points rebounds at 12.5. I really like that line for the points rebounds. For both platforms, for Prizepicks, I'm taking Kevin Huerter over 1.5 assists and Christian Braun under 15.5 points and rebounds. Over on Underdog, I'm switching it up just a little bit. I'm taking Nickeil Alexander-Walker over 1.5 rebounds. I really love this play. I was able to get it locked in and put it in the Discord, so that's another reason you guys need to get in there because we be posting gems in there all day, every day. So this was one that was available for a little bit, super juiced, and I got it locked in a couple times, but they took it away on Prizepicks, but it's still over on Underdog, so run over there and grab that as fast as you can. And then I'm taking Christian Braun under the 15.5 PRA also on Underdog.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I think we covered everything. Shouted out our partners at Sleeper and Underdog who've just been killing it with the specials. Like they take such good care of all of us when we start a new season for any of these major sports. So let's jump right into Chet Holmgren. All right, give me this PRA. They have Isaiah Hartenstein now. I'm so excited to see, like, first of all, the Thunder looked good last year. Hartenstein looked good last year. He is the perfect archetype for this team because he's fast. He's a good defender. He's the perfect build. Like they were so smart to go and grab him. It's just like a perfect match there. Now Chet's getting bumped over to the 4. Can't wait to see what he's able to do here, playing the 4, and they have to worry about Hartenstein on the inside. These two on the floor together is going to be nasty. That's what I'm guessing. So in his matchups last year against Denver, when he was playing the 5. He cleared this line 3 out of 4 times, and the last 3 times they matched up, he was getting it done on 32 minutes max. So I'm really feeling good about him getting this done, being a little bit more free to play the 4. I think he'll still be essentially doing the same thing, but not have to carry all the weight at the center position. He'll have a little bit of help with some rebounds, but I think he's going to still be getting in there, getting boards, getting his scoring, and I think he's going to be shooting more threes now. So let's take a look at this over under. We have a 227.5 over under. Denver favored by 2, playing in Denver. So this is the type of spread that we're looking for. NBA is way more risky with these blowouts because you don't suffer as much with NFL. You just know, okay, so maybe pivot to a running back because second half they might be running the clock. They rarely bench players in the NFL unless it's like a huge blowout. But so I love this spread at just 2. And I love Chet to be able to get back to playing the 4. This matchup is juicy. We have 20th in points allowed to power forwards, 23rd in rebounds allowed to power forwards, and 19th in assists allowed to power forwards. So haven't seen him play yet, but we know the last 4 times he matched up against them, he only averaged 1.5 fouls, even playing the center position. He shot 57% from the 3 on 4 attempts per game, 15 rebound chances per game, 2.5 potential assists. So it's not like he's assisting the ball that much, but he shot 57% from the field and 57% from beyond the arc. So he loves playing against Denver. I love this matchup for him, and I can't wait to see what it looks like with him playing the 4 with Hartenstein out there. Let's see. So let's go to Daily Grind. Okay, so they're favoring this one to go under just slightly. These things always change. Earlier they had it juiced to go over, but it all, it's comparing odds against other platforms. So it's all depending upon what the deal is you're getting on the platform you're on versus what all the other odds makers are saying. And a lot of times these odds are changing because of what the public's doing. So I'm feeling good about this though. 50.09% odds to hit the under. It's a minus 119. It's a 50-50 shot. Let's see, so it's also because some of these platforms you're getting it at 25.5. So if you can find it for 25.5, obviously go take that. But we're not getting it at that. So I'm comfortable with 26.5. I think he's going to do great. We saw that the last 3 times they matched up, he was well in the 30s, if I'm not mistaken. So 29 PRA, 33 PRA, 34 PRA. And then now he's got a soft matchup and he's playing the 4. So he's projected for around 32 minutes tonight. And if he gets that much, I'm good with that because the last 3 times they played, he was getting it done even on like 28 minutes. So I know it'll be in the high 20s. I think he's going to break 30 minutes tonight. So I'm feeling great about this play. All right, keep it moving. Dante DiVincenzo. So the reason that I'm like a little bit like, I don't really just want to take the rebound, which is kind of like the easy. It seems like that's a popular play on Prizepicks, and you know what? It's like a relatively safe play. He has all game to get this done, to get 3 rebounds. In his first game out, though, he did play, which I love. He got 31.6 minutes coming off the bench. So that's what we were hoping for. That's why we took him in the first video, because we think he's just too good he's not this bench player who's only going to be seeing 18 to 20 minutes. He's too good. He demands more time. So I feel good about him getting a lot more time again tonight. That was against LA. Now he's got this matchup against Sacramento, who plays at an even faster pace. They're one of the fastest teams in the league. That's why a lot of times I am actually targeting rebound props for teams playing against Sacramento, because they play so fast that there's like more shots going up and there's more rebounds to be had. So you'll notice guys tend to pop off in the rebound category whenever they're matching up against the Kings. This is a 221.5 over under. Minnesota favored by 1, playing in Sacramento. So another nice tight spread there. But I don't want to sit around and wait on the rebounds. It is an EV plus play. what is it? What am I on here? The full PRA is the EV plus play, but yeah, the Kings are second in rebounds allowed to shooting guards. So it's just, there's going to be a lot of big bodies in there snatching up these boards. So I don't want to put my chips in that basket. The points matchup, 26th in points allowed. That's what I'm looking for. That's nice and juicy. And then I like the assists as well at 12th in assists allowed. But the reason I want his whole fantasy score is because he's a great defender. And so his fantasy score line on Prizepicks at just 21, it's too juicy. He went for 23.1 in that first game against LA on 31 minutes. But if we look at the blocks and steals, which is what we're targeting for fantasy score, a little bit of a tough matchup. Sixth in steals allowed to shooting guards, fifth in blocks allowed to shooting guards. In that last game, though, in that 32 minutes, he was able to pull off 2 steals. So give me a little bit of everything. 21 is easy, in my opinion, for him to get over this, especially if he grabs a steal or two. Then, like we saw that it's an EV plus for the PRA. So I just like having a little bit of everything. And on Prizepicks, I'm taking the points alone. In that 32 minutes of his first game, he went for 10 points against the Lakers. He's got this soft matchup, 26 in points allowed, faster pace of play, more shots being put up. So I'm feeling good about him getting one more bucket in this game than he did in the last game.
Yeah, he's the reason my Gabe Vincent play chalked, because he had him locked up the whole time.
Yeah. And so, just 2 fouls. So he's a really great defender, and he doesn't get in foul trouble. So I'm feeling great about this play. Both points. I love the points. I love the fantasy score. And then my last play here, Derek White. I want the fantasy score again. He killed this in that last game. Well, he didn't kill it, but he cleared it. 36.6 fantasy score in that game, and it turned into a blowout. Like he only played 26.6 minutes and he got this done. This is why I'm not afraid of this spread. So if you're uncomfortable with this, just fade it. We're giving you 6. You don't have to take them all. Just pick out the ones you like. But we do have a 14-point spread, so be careful there. 233 over under. Boston favored by 14 playing in Washington. Surprisingly, last year we saw the Wizards every once in a while really making it close with Boston, though. When we saw spreads like this, I'm not saying that's going to happen tonight, but they do have a new squad. They got Valanciunas over there, be a little bit of help on the inside. But they also have Malcolm Brogdon now. So I think that I think the Celtics are going to crush them, but I think Derek White is going to absolutely get this done. Dude he was playing, all of them were playing out of their mind, but he went for 24 points. He's got the 30th in points allowed to shooting guards matchup tonight. It's a little hard to say because, Outlier is basing some of this off of last year. So it's hard to say what they're going to look like exactly. New coach, new team a little bit. But 26 minutes, 1 foul. He didn't even get that active on defense, but we know that he's capable of it. He only had 1 steal. Well, he's going to have a lot of opportunities to go ham on defense tonight. 25th in steals allowed, 29th in blocks allowed to shooting guards. So give me this all day. I at first I was like, I'm staying off of this because of that spread. And then I went and looked at the minutes he played. He still didn't play that much. He played 26 and got it done against, in the first game. So yeah, I'm going to be going with this, and then just give me his points on Underdog. If I can't get fantasy score, give me his points because he went for 24. The line set at 16.5, 30th in points allowed to shooting guards. Played 26 minutes, dropped 6 3-pointers. Dude was playing lights out. I don't think he's going to get 6 3-pointers again tonight, but 13 attempts from the field, 8 made, 62%. So I'm comfortable taking the points if I can't get the fantasy score. If you guys, sorry, I haven't even been going to these. So DiVincenzo, the points favored to go over on the DFS optimizer. 11.5 is just that. I'll take that all day. 52.42% odds to hit the over. -131. Every platform has this right now, and they're all juiced to go over. DraftKings has it 50-50, but some of these are up to -150, -135. It's looking good on that end. The The optimizer, in full transparency, does have his fantasy score juiced to go under, 51.79% odds to hit the over. So if you're playing on Prize Picks and you're like, I don't know about that fantasy score, just take the points or just fade the play entirely. But I just want some of that defense, and I just want everything that he's going to be attached to when he's not getting in foul trouble and he's playing over 30 minutes in his first game. Plus the faster pace of play, that means a lot. Like I always, all last year, I loved finding plays that were matched up against the Kings for that very reason. And then Derek White, they have his fantasy score favored to go under, 54%. They're heavily favoring it under. So I could be totally wrong about this. You got to go with your gut. I'm taking it over. I think he's gonna dominate first half, probably play a little bit of the third quarter, but I think he's gonna have a field day on defense tonight. And then my last play, let's see, Underdog. Okay, so we saw the points already for DiVincenzo, and then Derek White. Points 16.5. They also have that favored to go under. So sometimes you got to just go with your gut. In this case, the data is, comparing lines and comparing what the projection is and whatnot, and they're not feeling it, but I'm feeling it. So I'm taking the over on both of these. All right. If you guys want to check out Daily Grind, this DFS optimizer, you can see how it helps you make decisions on plays that you're looking at. Just use code BACKDOOR to get 25% off of your first subscription. So you can lock that in for all the way up to a year if you want to lock in the whole NBA season. Lock it in for as long as you want, but code BACKDOOR at dgfantasy.com. And then Outlier, if you want to check out this app, you can try it out for free. And what better week to take advantage of everything that Outlier has to offer. They cover all these different categories that you're going to find on these platforms. You can look at the history. You can bounce between years, and then you can see the matchup. That's huge. So you get your matchups, injury reports, and insights about the players. Go through the link in the description for Outlier, and you can try it out free for a week. All right, Jordy.
All right. Yeah, so getting into mine here, I'm going to be starting with this Bilal Coulibaly fantasy score. I feel really good about this one. Obviously, the big asterisk on this whole thing is the fact that there's massive blowout potential in this game. Honestly, I think the Wizards will keep it competitive enough through the first half and a little bit into the third, and I think it's just going to get carried away like we always see the Celtics do. It's like the fourth quarter comes on and these guys just turn into absolute demons on the court. So hopefully Coulibaly, this line is so low, he's going to be starting. He looked really good last year. If you look at his fantasy score, out of the 63 games he played, he went over this 33 times, and 2 times in the head-to-head. They actually matched up really well against Boston last year, surprisingly. You can see the over-unders on these games are really close and they're really high, 129 to 133, 126 to 107. So in some of these games they're keeping it close, and he was crushing this fantasy score against them. 39 fantasy score in the most recent game, 24 in the game before that. So Coulibaly's definitely he matches up well against them for some reason. I know they're really fast in pace every year. That's one thing about the Wizards. They just kind of don't die. They just keep coming after you, and they're a fast-paced team. So out of his last 5 games, he cashed this in all of his last 5 games last year, but the head-to-head is the most important part, and this Celtics team really hasn't changed much, so it should look pretty similar, hopefully, if not better, because he should have, maybe gotten better as a player in the offseason. If you look at the insights, though, this guy has had 5 steals in 6 straight games. He's a pretty good defender. In the last 2 head-to-heads, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 steals. Throughout the year, his 1.5 blocks and steals line, he went over that 34 times out of 63 games. The dude's a long, lengthy guy, and he's a great defender. So I like the full fantasy score here. If you look at this one on Daily Grind, let me pull this up here. They have it favored to go under by 53% chance to go under. I'm not sure why, but the odds are saying the other way. It's a minus 113 for the under, so that's always the weird thing. The points rebounds are juiced under at 13. Not really sure why. The points are juiced over at 8.5. Like I said, the last video, all 3 of my plays were juiced under and they all hit. So, sometimes you just have to go with your gut and trust the, narrative that you build around it and trust your data that you provide for yourself. So that's what I do with a lot of my stuff, whether it's right or wrong all the time. Obviously, that's a better question, but I feel great about Bilal in this matchup. I think this is a good game for him to just not really have any pressure because they're going against the champs, so they're just gonna, you know, try to ball out as best they can. So loving the fantasy score at 18.5 here, taking that over. My next play here is going to be Kevin Herter for over 1.5 assists. I feel great about this line. I don't even think he needs to play that much to get this done. If you look at his minutes last year, he was in between like 15 and 25 minutes a game, so probably be in that same area, maybe 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes is what I'm guessing. He's projected for about 24 minutes, so I think that would be plenty. He hit this line 51 out of 64 games last year for the 1.5 assists, so if he gets out there, I think he'll definitely get this done. I mean, I feel really good about it. In his last 20 games, he had hit this 15 times. Like I said, over the whole year, 51 out of 64 games is crazy. In the head-to-head, he hit it 2 out of 3 times. But he had 5 potential assists in the game where he missed it. So he was trying. His teammates just weren't knocking down the shots. So feeling good about this one. Obviously, it's a tough matchup. You know, they're going against Minnesota, second in assists allowed to shooting guards. So, I mean, yeah, it's Minnesota. Their defense is rough, but I think he can get it done. So it's 1.5 is so low. So, you know, I'm throwing a dart at it. It's minus 119 to go over 50.07% chance to go over. Feeling good about that one though. And then my last play here is going to be Christian Braun for under 15.5 PRA. He went under this line 68 out of 94 games last year. He might get a little more playing time. You know, they don't have Russell Westbrook anymore. I did see that Isaiah Hartenstein is out tonight. So, you know, I don't know.
Oh, dang. I didn't even see that, but I still feel good about Holmgren.
For sure. Yeah. So Christian Braun under the 15.5 PRA. This might be a little more risky than it was last year. He might get a little more time. This guy is a, you know, competitor, so when he comes in, he does play hard. So I feel good about it going under though. I mean, it is a pretty tough matchup to shooting guards. Actually, no, it's really not. But overall, it's a tougher matchup. 11th in points allowed, 23rd in rebounds allowed, 18th in assists. I'm curious to see what Oklahoma looks like. You know, obviously, I think that, you know, we're just curious, right? I mean, this is only the first game of the year for some of these guys, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. Like, you look at the defensive matchups and stuff, and things have changed. Alex Caruso's on this team now for the OKC Thunder, so he's a great defender also. So we'll just have to wait and see how it looks, but I feel comfortable taking the under on this one. Obviously, if you guys don't, you know, you never have to take these. Let me look up Christian real quick to see what his line is sitting at. So for his PRA, it is juiced to go under at a minus 124. So it just really depends on how much time he gets tonight. Hopefully the starters don't just sit and they only play like 26 minutes. That's like the worst case scenario. If that's the case, he might go over this, right? Because he'll probably get 25 minutes himself. But I think if he gets 20 minutes, 15 minutes, I think we're safe on this line. He usually sits at about 19.8 minutes, depending how he's playing too. Obviously, they'll leave him in a little bit longer if he's playing good, but I feel comfortable with the under here. In the head-to-head, he went under this 2 out of the 4 games. So, you know, take that how you will. I'm taking the under for it tonight. And yeah, that's going to do it for me. If you guys want to check out Chalkboard, definitely go check them out. They're another daily fantasy app, just like Prizepicks. You can bump lines up and down, so you can boost your plays. So say you wanted to take Koulibaly's points at 8.5, but you're like, I think he can go for like, you know, maybe they have a line at like 11.5 that you can take. That's like a 3.5x multiplier. You could take that and then match it with one of their discounts. They run like 6 discounts a day, so you're always getting them. I was looking at it earlier. I'll pull it up real quick. They have a bunch they're already running for the NBA tonight. They have a bunch of 3-point props that are discounted. So they have a Jaylen Brown 1.10x discount where he only needs 1 3, so stuff like that. And then the ones I like to play though are these boosted multiplier plays. Kyrie Irving 22.5 points for a 2x play. That's his regular line, 22.5 points, but they're boosting it up to a 2x. So it's a lot of fun to go play those, so definitely go check them out. There's a link in the description, but if it doesn't populate the code for you, use code backdoor and they'll give you a 100% match up to $100, and they'll give you a free play, so like a 0.5 points to cash your first slip. And that's going to cover it for me.
All right. Yeah, another thing I like about that Christian Braun play is Russell Westbrook. like coming off the bench. I think that's going to eat into maybe not his playing time, but I think the ball is going to be in Russell's hands a lot.
I don't know why I said they don't have Russell Westbrook. I think I meant to say they do have Russell Westbrook, so it's going to hinder his playing time. I was saying they don't have him, but I'm thinking of the Clippers, I guess. I don't even know what I was talking about. I'm a little tired today, but thugging it
out. Good. All right. So I'm trying to wrap this stuff up real quick so we can get this video up before any of these lines move. If you guys want to come check out our Discord, which we're going to announce the winner here in just a minute. But yeah, if you want to come join us, if you don't win the competition today, which we don't even know, we're about to do it live in front of you guys. But if you want to come join us, we had a lot of fun the first night of NBA. Let's see. Yeah, well, I'm trying to go back to I know that, there we go. Oh no, that's from football. I was like, I know I cashed a 6-man recently. But anyways, yeah, if you want to come join us, if you happen to not win the drawing, just go through the Patreon link. You sign up through Patreon. Once you're in there, they manage our subscriptions. So you just go into the settings on Patreon. There's a connected apps option in the menu bar. And then you just connect your Discord and it'll unlock the channel for you. And then you can hop in our community chat if you want. Let us know that you just joined so we can welcome you and show you how we do everything in here so you get the most out of it. We've got extra analysts in here and yeah, it's NBA now, so we're grinding. We're putting out plays all the time. Any free time we have, we're in here building. So, and then come join us on X, TikTok, Instagram. We're just at Backdoor FS on all of that. And we're kind of trying to, we have busy schedules with everything going on right now, but we are in the process of getting more and more content that's going to be exclusively for our socials. And that includes bonus plays and stuff. So go follow us. And then me, Jordy, and our other analyst, Moose, all of our handles are in the description of the video. And yeah, come follow us. All right, let's get to the winner here. All right. So we're on a random comment picker here. Pickawinner.co. Shout out. And then I've got the video input here, and then it's going to fetch the comments from the video. I'm not going to include replies because I'm pretty sure they're all mine and Jordy's. All right, so here we go. So it's got 29 of you commented. We got a lot of likes, so appreciate the likes. But we did say we're going to pick someone who liked it and left a comment because it's the comment that we pick out. So those of you who, there's like 111 likes and 29 comments. So it's actually not as tough to win this thing. It'd be much harder if it was like 111 comments. So let's see who won. Oh no, it picked mine. Backdoor FS won. Awesome. Congrats.
Sorry guys, right. Suckers.
Smokey D -GV4ZG. Keep up the good work, guys. I'm tailing Drummond 3.5 rebounds. Sorry about that.
Poor guy.
2.5 Dust. You deserve a month. Scoot PRA cashed and Hawkes 2.5 rebounds he took. But yeah, man. So to get your free month, just hit us up on X. Go to our X account, Backdoor FS, and DM us. And then you can just like provide sort of proof that this is your account. So some random person doesn't, say, hey, I was Smokey. But yeah, hit us up and we'll get you in today if you hit us up. So as soon as you hit us up in there, we'll get you in the Discord to get a free month. We appreciate you guys all being a part of that little giveaway. We're working out ways to do more giveaways, more than just this type of stuff. So we appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Good luck with the slate tonight. And we're about to get into our fantasy football podcast. So that will be up probably in a couple hours because those are longer. And we're going to grab a little bit of lunch real quick. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Good luck tonight. We will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.